Karen and Jerry Lumber of Lumberjack Bakery and Forestry Co. are being accused of second-degree murder by Jennifer Lopez, the mother of 2 victims and the wife of another. Let the case commence.
Will the prosecutor step forward and state their case?
I will be speaking for myself, as I am my own lawyer. They killed my family with a pistol and shot all of us. I have video evidence from the house cameras. Mr. Jerry Lumber is clearly seen shooting my family while Miss Karen Lumber is throwing expensive china at me. I accuse them of a planned first-degree murder attempt at my family.
Thank you, Ms. Lopez. Will the defendant step forward now?
I will be speaking for Mr. and Mrs. Lumber. They were being reckless and accidentally committed manslaughter, resulting in the unfortunate deaths of the Lopez family. Mr. Lumber ended up shooting before realizing the consequences, while Mrs. Lumber was enraged by a small disagreement and began to act irrationally by throwing plates. Mr. Lumber pleads guilty of third-degree murder and manslaughter, while Mrs. Lumber pleads guilty for battery and assault.
Now that all the facts have been stated, the jury will deliberate.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to assume that Karen is completely guilty. Women are crazy sometimes. They can do some crazy things. Obviously, she is just jealous of Mrs. Lopez, and I think her marriage with Jerry is just going downhill.
Karen, I mean, she does seem a bit crazy, and she's spending all of Jerry's money, right? So, honestly, she should belong in the kitchen. Like, I don't think she should be doing this, these atrocious things, like cutting wood as a career, really?
I completely agree. And if I'm being completely honest, Jerry is not that type of guy. And I know we shouldn't know anybody in the case, but I have known Jerry since high school. I'm his best friend. And he's not that type of guy. But Karen, on the other hand, has a violent background. She used to throw erasers at people in high school. These heinous acts need to be punished.
I mean, I don't think we should know anyone here, right? Also, we shouldn't be judging them based on, their career choices or their gender.
I mean, all right, look it, trust me. The video is obviously professionally edited, all right? I know that Karen must have been the one planning and committing murders, all right?
The jury has made their decision. Jerry Lumber has been declared guilty of battery and assault. Karen Lumber has been declared guilty of first-degree murder. They have advised the judge to sentence Jerry Lumber to 2 years of jail time and Karen Lumber sentenced to death. We also accuse Jennifer Lopez of messing with video evidence and advise her to be on another trial, this time as the defendant.
I believe that the lack of diverse opinion in the jury is not a fair representation for this case. There seems to be a bias against women in this. I feel that this is a repeat of Baston v. Kentucky, where the trial was declared void due to the lack of colored people in the jury, leading to a racial biased ruling. I declare this case, Lumber v. Lopez, a mistrial, and will hear a second trial with an impartial jury, as is required in the Sixth Amendment of the Constitution. Jurists should not know anyone involved directly, nor should they have any predetermined opinion on the case before it begins. After all, you don't have to worry with an impartial jury.